happy day, I'm and once upon a time, I was an A student, and then I was a really, really bad student, and then I smacked myself in the face and became an A student again. I have a lot of mixed feelings about school, okay? If YouTube didn't work out for me, then I would have had to stay in academia because it was required to do what I wanted to do. That being said, I really didn't have the best time, and a lot of TikToks serve as a reminder of the bad time that I had. For example, I don't know about you, but I went 12 years of my life, kindergarten to grade 12, never once going poo at school. It was terrifying. Look at the kinds of things that could happen to you. No, you can't do that. This should be illegal.
What are you doing? I can smell you pooping.
I don't even know what I'd do. If somebody did this to me, it doesn't matter how long it would take or if I'd miss my whole class, I would pull my feet up and I would hide in the bathroom stall until this absolute weirdo leaves.
What are you doing?
Stop it! What? Leave him alone!
I'm gonna get you.
And that's the thing, is like, you aren't just going poo at school, okay? You're getting caught. You don't want to get caught out. There were times where when I needed to go to the bathroom, I literally walked home. I had a much better time in college and university because we had what I like to refer to as the golden pisser, okay? Picture a golden toilet in the upstairs of the library, because libraries and post-secondary institutions are always very large. There would always be like an upstairs bathroom that nobody knew about, and it would be my favorite bathroom.
It's our secret bathroom. It's so beautiful.
Grade school though, didn't have it, and you're stuck with this guy. Why is he so weird? The bell rang, you can hear all the students outside. I would just be sitting here in this stall like,
Oh my goodness, this is never going to end.
the fact that all of these completely normal body functions you felt so weird about during school. Like, why can't it just be a place of learning? Why does it have to have this type of politics, okay? Another thing I don't miss, which actually I still had to go through when I was working, but it was at a much worse degree at school. Waking up. The eye closing risk every morning. Okay, so you get...
Time for school, come on, get up, get ready, come on!
You get woken up by your alarm. You're dazed, right? Because you're a teenager and teenagers can't go to bed at 9, okay? I would go to bed at least at like, maybe like 1 a.m. if I was being good, and then usually like 2 or 3. And so I was always sleep deprived. You wake up. You're in a complete daze. Your alarm's screaming at you.
No, don't close your eyes. Don't close your eyes, you know what happens? No! No!
If you close your eyes for 1 second, this is what happens.
Dude, I almost fell asleep.
No! I can't tell you how many times this happened to me where I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna rest my eyes. All right, I'm just gonna rest my eyes for 1 second. And then I wake up and like 2 hours have passed. This guy's really lucky though, because his mom is driving him to school.
I don't want to hear a word coming!
I was only able to like really close my eyes and accidentally sleep through first period if my mom and dad were both at work that day. And then I would have to walk to school. Like I would be so late. And then your mom gets a call. It's like, where's Kassie? And oh my God, no. Oh. At least if you're late for work, nobody's calling your mom saying, hey, your daughter's super late. Like, where is she? The fact that you get ratted out for everything you do to your parents. Oh, this is a classic. English teachers waiting on the class to stop talking. Yeah, fold that cardigan so far over yourself. Get comfortable, girl. And just wait. I feel like I don't really understand why teachers do this to themselves. It's kind of like when you're waiting for your boyfriend to notice something about you, but instead of telling him like, hey, notice this, you just sit there and you go, he needs to notice himself, and if he doesn't, I'm going to get progressively more and more angry to the point where it's gonna be an uphill battle for him because I'm gonna be seeing red by the time he looks at me and gives me the attention that I want. I feel like if I was a teacher, I'd just be like, let's go! Like, we're starting, hello! I wouldn't just like stand here and like wait and then make them stay after the bell. Oh, I hated that. You're filming your friend.
Oh shit.
As usual,
Thin.
casual. Try to call her, she doesn't notice.
Like a cute look.
Oh, teacher's been staring at you the whole time. Oh my goodness, why is she looking at you like that? The look of disapproval, the look of shock. I just, have you ever done something really, really cringy and then your teacher's looking at you like this the whole time and it's just The worst. One time I was running away from a teacher. I don't remember why. It was in 6th grade. I was booking it. The teacher was chasing me down the hall. I run up to my sister. I'm like,
pretend we're having a conversation.
and I said it so loud that the teacher heard me say that. And then she looked at me like this, but she was also seeing red. And she was like, I heard what you said. And I was like, ah! Like, I was so scared that I wanted to call my mom. This is one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. Cute couple, computers class, hanging out, holding hands, having a little flirt. You know how it goes. And then there's the guy who probably likes the girl, noticing the whole time. Ah, oh my goodness. The worst thing about being in school is that you're stuck with these people. You can't just, like, you as a student don't have the power to say, like, I'm gonna try like this other class today. If you have a problem or like you have like a huge crush on somebody, but they're also dating somebody in the class, you have to sit there and watch. And it's torture. I can't. I've been in this situation so many times and it is just a heartbreaking. You having to be witness to all of these different dynamics, whether it be having a classmate who's mean to you, whether it be you being in love with a classmate who likes somebody else, but you having to see them every day. It's really hard to get over somebody if you have to stare at them every single day. I hated school because I daydreamed about this kind of thing happening to me. Like, I even acted it out with my stuffed animals, but it never happened to me. I even acted it out with my, I made these like little paper dolls, and I remember I did this little sketch of me walking through the hallway and him running up to me and grabbing my hand. Of course that never happened. I tried to simulate one of these experiences one time in kindergarten. You got to like pick who came with you to bring the attendance to the office. And instead of bringing a friend like a normal person, I brought the guy I had a crush on, but we had never spoken to each other in our entire lives. And it was the most silent, awkward walk to the office in the history of mankind. And when I pictured doing it in my dreams, I pictured myself wearing a white glove and like grabbing his hand and taking him to the office and him smiling at me and me smiling at him. It wasn't like that. It was literally like, editor, put like a guy here. It was literally like this. It was awful. Oh, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. You sit at our lunch table. Oh, no. And this guy represents us, okay? Just sitting there, getting our ranch out, trying to have a good meal, offering to share, and nobody's having it. So I was at a wedding a couple of years ago, and part of my speech was talking about how me and the girl who was getting married used to eat in a lunch stall together. And after I got off of the podium, like, everybody loved my speech, okay? Like, if you ever need someone good to give a speech at your wedding, bring me. Everybody loved my speech, and then when I got off and I was like talking to a guy who was there, who I went to school with, he was like,
You're full of crap. Like, that never happened to you. You were never eating lunch in the bathroom stall.
like, he was essentially calling me a liar. And I was like, we only went to high school together. This happened in middle school. And I didn't, like, it was crazy because I didn't know whether to be happy or offended. Like, happy that he thought I was too popular for this to ever happen to, but also offended that he thinks that I would fabricate a lie to have a good speech. I don't know, it was like really interesting. People who used to go to school with, like, they think that they really know you when they don't. It's like, it's weird. It's being forced to be in the same room as people who don't know you and they think they know you. It's crazy. School is weird. Do you remember the shenanigans? Okay, so this guy is walking by a class and he's gonna pull a sneaky one, a really sneaky one. He turns off the light and runs away! I would be so terrified if this happened to me. I went to school in southern Alberta, like grade school, and like even though nothing bad really happened there, it was kind of always in the back of your head, and like I was just kind of like always on edge because again, all of these people who were not meant to be together are all together. And I guess you could make the same argument for like people at work, but like Dairy Queen, for example, we all kind of chose to be there. Public school, we were all just we all had to be there. Do you remember school lunch? Monday. Oh, what is that? That's bad. And apparently the meat was good though. Another bite of beans is still gross. I do the same thing. I'm like, that's gross. I'm gonna try it again though because I'm so hungry. Mustard greens, cold and unseasoned? This was like an attempt at soul food that was like a big fail except for the meat. I mean, I'm glad at least the meat was good.
That's what she...
What is this? You know the lunch is bad when you eat a piece of just plain spinach and you go, oh, this is one of the better parts of my lunch. I will say that the food, like the food at the cafeteria at my school, was really good. The mini pizzas, the macaroni salad, mwah, I could have lived off of it. It just sucks how, and I don't want to seem like a granny, but it just sucks how like there was actually no way to have a healthy option. Not that I would want to force healthy options on everybody else, but there was like, healthy food doesn't always have to taste bad, and there was no healthy option that tasted good. And I found that a bit frustrating, okay? Do you know how much sodium is in my blood from eating instant noodles every day for like 12 years during lunch hour? It's crazy. I was my 13-year-old for a whole day at school. This is middle school. So this is a 30-year-old mom who went to her 13-year-old school wearing a mask, hanging out, and nobody noticed. She made such a mark with this, like she was trying to bring attention to safety awareness and how she feels like a lot of the staff at schools are on autopilot. Because like you should know what your students look like, but I feel like this is a testament to like packed schools, overworked, underpaid teachers, and I guess security issues as well, how a random person who doesn't even go to school here,
She doesn't even go here.
can go in and sit in somebody's desk and nobody will notice. Maybe I'm asking for teachers to like do more, like kind of like do what's above their pay grade, but I feel like there needs to be some sort of reform. Something that always really annoyed me about grade school is that people don't realize that when you're vandalizing a public space, you're kind of hurting yourself. We're gonna pretend that we didn't see that, but like, this is something I don't understand, especially with girls' washrooms. Like, there's always toilet paper everywhere. There's always half-flushed toilets. I don't even know how you half-flush a toilet, okay? But they're all half-flushed. There's toilet paper everywhere. There's sanitary products everywhere. There's taps that are left on. There's soap everywhere. Like, why would you do that to a space that we all have to use? Also, can we all have a little talk about hovering over the toilet? I feel like it's the meta, especially in women's washrooms, for people to hover over the toilet because you wouldn't want your butt to touch that seat, right? But the problem with hovering over the toilet is that everybody, by doing it, doesn't aim as well and they pee all over the seat, which makes it so that people who can't hover, people who don't want to do a squat for a full minute, have to sit on other people's pee. I think that we should all just come to a conclusion where we all just sit down on the toilet, okay? Let's all just sit down on the toilets. Let's stop hovering. Let's stop pissing all over the place, okay? Please. This is my PSA announcement. Oh, your friend sits in front of you in class. This is also another thing too. We're here to learn, but we have to balance socializing with learning. It's a lot, especially when you're not that social and you kind of have to be social. It's a lot of stress for an introvert to be at school. I'm actually not sure if I'm an introvert anymore, especially since not being able to leave my house. I feel like I'm somewhere in the middle. But I remember that school was very, very exhausting for me. And I kind of wished that there was no recess and there was no lunch. You started the day and then we ended an hour early and then we just got to leave. And if we were able to eat in class, like, that's how I would do it. Well, guys, that is all I have for you today. Please check out the creators who were featured in this video. And if you'd like to see me again, make sure you hit push notifications. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.